Hi, Professor Dan Gilmet from the Evolution BJJ Association, here to talk about evolution for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu University. We're here to talk about the back control system. So controlling the back, the main points for controlling any position are controlling the two shoulders, both hips, and the head. The back is no different. So if I have my opponent here, I want to line up my shoulders with his shoulders, my hips with their hips, and control the side of the head as well, and be able to follow. We're connected. So if the person starts to escape, that connection starts to be broken. So we're going to do a set of 7 drills that will teach you how to maintain the back or regain full control of the back. Okay, so one of the sections that we're going to talk about is about back exposure, whether or not we have it and how to create it. So for instance, if the person or your opponent is on their back on the mat, there's no back exposure. The same way as if in an MMA cage, if the fighter's got his back against the cage, he can use that cage to either peel you off of him or prevent you from having access to the back. The mats are the same way though. Instead of being vertical, it's on the horizontal. We're also going to talk about taking the back from side control. Side control, the same as mount, is a little bit difficult because there's no back exposure. Again, our opponent's back is completely against the mat, so we'll have to create back exposure and maintain connection while taking the back so that we don't lose control of the position. We have a lot of techniques that we're going to be doing from turtle. In the competition or sports side of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when you pass the guard, often your opponent will turn to turtle so you don't get the passing points. So from that position, one, their back is no longer on the mat, so there is back exposure. So the ability to take the back is much higher. So we'll make the connection, and then we can reuse the same principles of some of the drills that we have done in the first section to help us get the hooks in. So it's not just the top positions that give us access to the back. We can't forget the guards as well. So we'll be working some basic ways of taking the back from closed guard, from half guard, from butterfly guard. And also we'll use some of the techniques from the Kimura system as well. One, it'll introduce you to the Kimura system and show you different ways to also control a core of the upper body of your opponent while spinning around to have access to their back. So the first parts were basically your main meal, your main course. So you had your meat and your vegetables. So of course you have to have your main meal before you can have dessert. Dessert is pretty much what everybody wants to work on. It's the subs, it's the finishes. So we've learned how to control and how to get to the back. So now what we want to do is get a couple of steps ahead where we're able to isolate and get angles for leverage. So now we can start applying our chokes, our arm bars, our kimuras, triangles from the back. We have several options.